This is the Roxanne Show. Get ready. It's time to rise. This is something that I'm pretty sure all of us are familiar with, this idea, this concept, and most likely a sort of energy that, a lot of you may be living with. And that is this feeling of being behind in life. Like there's this overarching schedule of where you should be, where each of us, needs to be at certain age points and, certain decades of our life. And if we're not hitting the mark, then we're fucking failing. And in this episode, I am going to debunk and absolutely destroy that myth. I'm going to just give you the big idea right up front. So here's the big fucking idea. First of all, time is a human construct. It's a human construct. So it's not even real. I mean, it's real, but it's not really real. How do you like that? It's real, but it's not really real. It's valuable. So I do feel that it's important. It helps us have order and creates sort of flow for how we like to, move ourselves along in our life. However, it becomes a big problem when it's putting tons of pressure, us, when we feel pressured by our timeline. And I believe that this is really coming at us from how society has framed a lot of what success looks like. I mean, let's just take the typical, the usual, the most common picture. You're born, you're a child, you're a teenager, you graduate, you go to some college, right? University, hopefully, right? You get your big job, you find your partner, you buy a home, you get married, you have a kid, you fucking retire at 65. I mean, all is just saying this sounds so old to me, right? But that was the picture. That was the picture. You save up so that when you retire, then you can, travel and yeah. Some of that still absolutely exists. It's like this ambient sort of vibe that has just been, living with us, and of course, we've evolved and there's a lot of awareness around how much that just isn't the case. Like that's bullshit, that timeline. But, when you have media companies like Forbes, for example, 30 under 30, highlighting, and I think it's beautiful. Like if you've been kicking ass and you got to, a genuine point of success at any point in your life, but let's just say 30, I mean, wonderful. That's fantastic. So I'm not shitting on that. However, I'm not really a fan of it either. And here's why. So back to the big idea, time being a human construct, because what really dictates what life actually is energy, literally energy, from a cellular level, from a quantum fucking perspective, it's all energy. So when we are moving ourselves, our lives with this pressured timeline of where we should, don't like that word, can't stand that word actually, where we should be by certain points. And if we are not there, then we are behind. This is a big fucking problem. First of all, it's a lie. And I want to break that down and give you examples, like even in my own life, on why that's such bullshit. But you might be watching this or listening to this episode and you are someone who's truly, truly feeling that pressure right now. And my hope is that by the end of this episode, you're not going to feel that way anymore. You're going to have a sense of relief. I think it's so important to realize that so much of the pressure that we live with, so much, not all of it, so much of it comes from our self. I also understand it depends if you're You could have a partner and you feel pressured in your relationship. Your parents could be pressuring you. So that's why I say, it's not just on you. There could be external influences, people that you love and you care for, who love and care for you, where you feel a sense of pressure about what your life should look like or be like. And, if that is you, then I'm definitely just holding your heart, because I know that can't be easy. And for those of you who maybe don't have pressure coming from the external and are, self-inducing this pressure, I also understand you, because I've definitely experienced that throughout my life. And even now, today, as an entrepreneur, there's so many moments where I catch myself pressuring myself in unnecessary ways. And that's really important, what I just said. I'm going to put a pin in that and we'll come back to it. The catch myself part, right? So I'll come back to that. Let's go back to the energy piece. So I'm pretty sure we could all fucking agree on that statement that life is not time, life is truly energy. I've created one episode. I plan to do another soon, just to come back to the subject, because I think it's really important. I've already created an episode though around this idea of stop chasing time. Oh, I don't have enough time. I need to make more time. It's like, well, no, what you actually need to do is chase energy, because energy is dictating your perception of time and what you're doing in your time, how you're moving with your time. A great example, really quick, you can wake up, have a cold, have the whole day to do anything that you want, but because your energy is depleted, that time doesn't matter. That time is going to be spent on feeling, getting better. You can have yourself be in a very high vitality state. You slept really good. You're taking the best care of yourself. And you have giving you another example, you wake up and you have your day in front of you and you're just able to move through your day like a bad motherfucker, just hitting the, bump, 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 and feel like you have so much more time on your hands just because of your cognition, just because of, how your physiological self is working with your psychological self, right? And it's creating an energy within you that's allowing you to just move through the hours of your day with efficiency and effectiveness. And that's always the goal. So it really does come down to energy first and foremost, not time. Thanks so much for listening, you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review.